Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build a weather app using Python. This app will basically be an app where we can just enter in a city, and by just entering in the city, it'll give us the weather details for that city. The weather details will include the temperature and the actual weather in that city, and we're going to use the OpenWeatherMap API, which is the API where we'll get our weather data from, the Python language, and requests, which is a Python library. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so first we're going to create an OpenWeatherMap account, which will give us access to an API key, which we use to retrieve the weather data. So I've just opened my browser and went to openweathermap.org/API. And what you're going to need to do is press this sign up right here. And this is just going to lead you to a sign up page in order to create an account. Now, I already have an account, so I don't need to do this part. But if you don't, make sure to sign up. And once you sign up, it'll log you in. So once you're logged in, you're going to need to press API keys, and here you will find your API key. And this API key will be used to get the weather data, so I'll just copy this for now. And now that we have our API key, we're basically done with account configuration, and now we can move on to actually coding the weather. Alright, so I've just opened up VS Code inside this folder called Python Weather App, and what I'll do is create a file called app.py. And this file will contain the code for our app, and inside this file I'm just going to create a variable called API key, and this will contain our API key in a string, and this will be used later on to make the request to the API. And now with this setup, we're ready to begin. Alright, now what we're going to do is find a way to fetch the API, and to do that I'm going to first install requests, which is the Python library required to fetch APIs. So I'll just open up my terminal and type pip3 install requests. And if you're on Windows, you're just going to type in pip install requests. And since I already have it installed, it says requirement already satisfied, and I'm just going to import it by doing import requests on line 1 right here. Import requests. So now that we've installed the library we needed and imported it, we can move on to the next step, which is to create a user input variable, which will contain the city that we want the weather of. So to do that, I'm just going to create a variable called user_input, and this will be equal to an input box. And I'm basically going to prompt the user enter city, and whatever they type will be contained inside this variable. So to check, I'm just going to do print user_input and run it by doing python3 app.py. And if you're on Windows, you're just going to do python app.py. So I live in Houston, so if I just type in Houston, it returns Houston, and this basically means that the input is working, meaning that we can remove this line. And what we're going to do next is fetch the weather API using this request library. And what's basically going to happen is that we're going to fetch a URL that will contain this user input to get the city and this API key. Okay, so now what we're going to do is create a variable that will contain our request. So I'm going to create a variable called weather_data. And this variable will be equal to a request. And since the request is a bit long, I'm just going to paste it, and I'll have it in the description as well. So in simple terms, this weather data variable uses the request library to go and fetch this URL, and I'll explain what the contents of this URL are. But once it fetches this URL, whatever response it gets back will be contained in this weather data variable. So we can basically use the same weather data variable to display the weather data for the given city, which is in this user input. And this URL contains the user input, which will be the city that we want the weather of, the unit we want the weather in, and currently I've set it to imperial, but if you want to get it in metric, you can just pass in metric. And in addition, it also has our API key, which is necessary in order to fetch the API. And next, I'm just going to print the status of the request in order to make sure it worked. So I'm just going to do print weatherdata.status_code. And if the status code is equal to 200, then that means our request was successful. So I'm just going to run it by doing python3 app.py. And if you're on Windows, you're going to do python app.py. So I'm just going to type in Houston, and as you can see, it returned 200, meaning that the request was successful. So we can basically remove this line and move on to the next step. Okay, so to display the data, we're going to display all of it at first just to show you how it looks like. And we're going to do that by doing print weatherdata.json. And this will basically print the data that is returned in JSON format. So I'm just going to run the app by doing python3 app.py. And if you're on Windows, you're going to do python app.py. And I'll just enter it in Houston. And as you can see, it returned all of the data for Houston's weather. Now that we've gotten all of this data, we're only going to return some parts of it. Now, of course, you can return as many as you'd like, but to keep this video simple, I'm just going to return the temperature and the actual weather. So to do this, I'm going to first remove this weatherdata.json line, and then I'm going to create a variable called weather, and this will be equal to weatherdata.json, and we're going to get the weather, which is this clouds over here, which is in this main, which is in the first index of this weather array. So we're going to access that weather array, and since it's in the first index, I'm just going to pass in a 0, and then we're getting the clouds, which is this main over here. So I'll just do main, and this will contain the weather, and to get the temperature, we're going to access this main and then get the temp over here. So to get the temperature, I'm just going to do temp is equal to weather data.json, and then main, and then temp. Okay, and once we have this, we're just going to print these both. So I'm just going to do print weather and print temp. So if I run our app again, and then I enter in Houston, you can see that I return the weather, which is clouds, and the temperature in Fahrenheit. So we've gotten the weather and the temperature, and I've also cleared my terminal, but printing it out like this looks messy, and since the temperature is returned in a decimal format, it'll look even messier. So what I'm going to do first is round the temperature, so I'll just do round. Alright, and I'm going to print these out one by one instead of printing them out like this. So I'll just do print f-string, the weather in user input is weather, and the temperature, so I'll do print f-string, the temperature in user input is temp, and I'm going to put the degree symbol with Fahrenheit since we're getting the temperature in Fahrenheit. If you're getting it in Celsius, you'd put Celsius. So if I run my app by doing python 3 app.py, if you're on Windows, you're going to do python app.py, and then enter in Houston, you can see that it returned the weather and the temperature. Okay, so now we are pretty much done with our app and it's working like it's supposed to, but we have one more thing left to do, and that is error handling. So let's say that we misspell a city or the city doesn't exist. We're going to need to do some error handling for that, right? So right after this request, I'm going to write if weatherdata.json and then COD. This COD is basically like the status code that the API returns. If the COD is equal to 404, meaning that the resource was not found, we're just going to print no city found. So no city found. Otherwise, I'll just put an else statement and then indent this. All right, and then if we run our app, let's say I type in an invalid city. So let's just say I type in HSTON, it says no city found. But if I type in a valid city, so if I just type in Houston, you can see that it returned the actual weather data. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found this informative and enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section and I'll do my best to reply to you. And if you'd like to know more about APIs, I have videos on them and they will be somewhere on the screen. So with that being said, have a nice day.